It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? This is the only Survivor podcast. My name is Jake Scheidel. Each week I ask my best friend Thomas Powell if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how you doing today?
Jake, doing great. It's, I don't know. The NBA playoffs are happening, I guess. I've been watching those. I was trying to think of some sort of topical thing to talk about, and there's not. Memorial Day weekend is next weekend, so we can't talk about
it's
that.
summertime now.
Mother's Day already happened, so we can't talk about that.
It's summertime, though. We can talk about summertime.
It is not, Jake, it is not summertime.
What
it is
plans do you have for
literally
the
not
summertime?
summertime for a month.
It is, though. But it's basically summertime now.
No.
It's like 90 degrees. That's basically summertime.
It's spring. It's only been spring for 1 month.
Well, no. It's been spring for like 2 months because it's been raining and...
It has been spring for 2 months. I don't know why I was thinking, but anyway.
Thank you.
But we have one more month of spring.
Yeah, but like summer, I tell you every year, it's basically just a vibe.
No.
And once it becomes 90 degrees, what do you mean no? Yes, it is.
It's not a vibe. There's a set time frame for it.
Yeah, maybe if you're a scientist, but like if you're just like a chill bro who loves summertime heat, it's a vibe, baby.
Yeah, I love 87-degree weather.
It's good. It's good. You walk outside and go, oh, I want to die. And that's good. And then you go back inside and go, oh, the AC isn't working.
I love that it's summer. Now I can perish.
Yeah, it's good. It's what we've all been wanting this whole time. You know where it's really hot, Thomas? Fucking Marquesas.
Marquesas?
Did you watch
Tell me
Survivor
about it.
Marquesas last night?
Some folks are born made to wave the flag. Ooh, they're red, white, and blue.
Jake, I did.
And when the band plays,
Okay, that's great to hear. This week's episode was called No Pain, No Gain. Right? Pretty good title.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good. It first aired on March 13th, 2002. This episode was moved from Thursdays to Wednesdays because, as you may recall, March 14th was the first day of the first round of 2002's Wild Springtime College Basketball Tournament. So
What tournament is that? I've never heard of that.
Well, we can't actually say it because I don't think we have the rights to the name. But it's that one that always happens in the spring.
The big tournament.
It's a big tournament, and it's like, whoa! Can you believe it's happening again? Madness.
Got the college crazies.
That's what we've got every March. But now it's a NBA playoff season, which means people are more calm about it. Because really, to make it to the NBA, you really have to be calm.
Yeah,
and people don't really talk about that.
Less youthful enthusiasm, more calculated professionalism.
Thomas, how old would you have been on March 13th, 2002?
Jake, I would have been 10 years old.
That's wild. I also would have been 10 years old. Great stuff. This episode received 23.4 million viewers last week. That was last week's numbers, excuse me. What do you think this week's numbers were?
Say 24 million, exactly.
24 million exactly. You think they got 600,000 more viewers 3 episodes in. Thomas, sorry to say, you are incorrect. It's 20.46 million.
Oh, man.
It's all right. It's still early in the season. You'll get the hang of this season, of this time frame. A lot more people used to watch live TV. I'm realizing every week we do this old season.
Yeah, it is crazy how no one does, except for sports. No one watches live TV anymore.
I do love sports ball.
Love sports.
I love the crazy college hoops games.
It doesn't get any better to me than just sitting down and watching sports.
Oh, man.
Putting on my hat that just says sports on it.
Oh, my God. It's so much fun. It's just like dudes hanging out. What could be better? It's just fun. It's just a fun time. Sports.
I love watching a game.
Tell me about it. What's the best game you've ever seen?
Every single one. They're all equally good.
Wow. It's just because, how do you rank them, you know?
Yeah,
you can't.
They're like my children. I can't just pick one.
Gold medals for all sports, I think is what we're saying here.
Exactly.
We start off on the Maramu tribe. Sarah and Sean get into a fight over something. I didn't completely follow why they were fighting. Did you catch that?
No, not really. I mean, I guess just like everything. They keep losing, and I think they just were kind of airing everything out.
Yeah, and then it rains overnight, and everybody's really uncomfortable. Over on the Rotu tribe, they repair their shelter the next day. Pascal says he sees Nelia as a daughter, and then John is stung by a sea urchin.
Terrific. I love wandering around the island asking people to pee on me.
Yeah. This is like a classic moment in reality TV. They really should have come up with a better name for that genre.
Honestly, I think that the camera crews are complicit. Like, it should have been their responsibility to be like, you're not actually supposed to do that, right? Like, but no, you gotta have a memorable TV moment where somebody pees on somebody.
Oh, they want to be controversial and hot instead of, healthy. Get out of here. Because people get hurt, this show is really successful. Remember that show where they would try to raise people's heart rates while they asked them trivia questions?
Was
and they're
that
like, what if we murder you?
Was that like Hot or Not?
I don't remember what the show was called, but they would like swing an axe near the person's chest.
Okay, this was a different show, but still. What was the point? What was the point of that?
See how good people were under pressure, I guess. There were 2 versions of it, like on competing networks, and neither of them were successful.
So yeah, were they like, ooh, look at this hot lady. Try and answer this trivia question when there's a hot lady here.
I think that's the Man Show. That's a segment on the Man Show. Oh, damn,
all right, yeah. Did the host have blackface on? That's part of it too, right? Yeah,
that's a cool thing that they did. Over on the Maramu tribe, they have another radio show. I love the radio show thing. I hope they do it every single episode.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun little really recurring thing.
Mm-hmm. They complain about the no-no bites. Jeff then comes to camp with some bamboo to build a raft for the next challenge. I love seeing Jeff come to camp. That's great.
I can't help but be struck by how much more like low-key Jeff is. Mm-hmm. It's like very relaxed Jeff. It's not there's not like the sort of like enthusiasm. I feel like he's more art. Not that he's not enthusiastic, but there's not the same punch to the sort of hosting stuff he says. It's way more like laid back, which is interesting. Yeah. It's not bad, and I don't think it's better or worse. It's just different, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, he was still finding his footing. Nobody had voted out their mom yet, so he wasn't like crazy excited yet. But it wasn't the big moves era yet. We were still in the shadow of Richard Hatch. When do you think
what's in
Thomas...
the Richard Hatch?
What?
So what's in the Richard Hatch? I gotta find out.
Like in Lost. Yeah. Like
hopefully
in Lost.
Boone doesn't die while we're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, man, Boone. It's a great show. I love Lost. I don't know why we haven't started talking about it on this show, but
yeah, it's weird that we've never brought it up before. But first time for everything.
Yeah, I mean, first time, last time.
We should probably put. Do we already? I mean, I know that we haven't had a segment like this before, but do we already have music for a Lost segment?
Yeah, I believe we use the Lost theme song whenever we talk about Lost.
Because I think that "Let's Get Lost" by Carly Rae Jepsen would also be a fun one for a hypothetical segment.
I think that would put her over the edge over Steely Dan, so that she would have more music on this show than Steely Dan. But Thomas, I was listening to Steely Dan this morning, and I was like, man, we got to find a reason to use any. What's the song? Any Guy'll Do.
Any Major Dude Will Tell You.
Any Major Dude Will Tell You. Yeah, that's a great song.
That is a great song.
So if Survivor does dudes versus damsels.
Yeah, Survivor when the demon is at your door.
Like, why
Jeff,
not?
like, in the morrow, it won't be there no more.
Who do you think will be the first person from Steely Dan on Survivor?
Well, I mean, it's got to be Donald Fagen because Walter Becker is dead. Okay. I don't know. I mean, if we're including the musicians they've worked with, I'm gonna say Michael McDonald.
Sure. And you also say that, like, because he's dead, he can't be on Survivor, as if they didn't have a season called Ghost Island.
That's a good point.
There's a workaround.
Sorry, the ghost of Walter Becker.
Yeah. Over on the Rotu tribe, Robert slices his toe open. Bad episode for injuries.
Yeah, people were getting fucked up.
John cuts off the extra skin with a machete. I did not enjoy this scene. Anything with blood or anything.
I was surprised they put something that graphic on network television.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it was 2002. Different rules back then.
It was a different time. They didn't have these, people weren't so sensitive back then.
Yeah.
Jake.
Now you could get canceled for blood.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to cancel Mark, what's the producer's?
Burnett?
Are we going to cancel Mark Burnett for that and not also for the fact that, like, he basically gave us Donald Trump?
Yeah,
anyway,
he did
whatever.
say, here's Donald Trump on a silver platter, and we said, yum, 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 for far too long. But he's actually not president anymore, so things are good now.
Yeah, it's all good. Mark Burnett is uncanceled, but then canceled again. Because, if there was a Twitter moment thing about that, like on the trending things, it would be like, discussion, controversy surrounds Survivor producer Mark Burnett after old footage surfaces of someone's toe getting... skin getting cut off with a machete.
I don't know why he subjected
Users are
people
split
to this.
on their feelings on this.
Rotu builds their raft. Sean is keeping an eye on Hunter and Rob. Rob is sitting back and letting Hunter be the big man. And then John gets bit by an eel.
Crazy. I mean, it's crazy how this, like... People are getting, like... Someone's gonna die at this rate.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it. Nobody's ever died on this show, though. Not the American version at all. So...
Well, not yet.
Not yet.
But we'll fix that.
That's right. We're going to be on next season of Survivor, Murder Island. Over on the Maramu tribe, they have a rest day and eat grapefruit. Honestly, Thomas, I don't know where this grapefruit came from, but they were really excited about it.
I mean, I love a good grapefruit, so I totally understand.
I love a good grapefruit LaCroix. The water?
I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, it's like this bubbly water. It's really good. You got to try it. It's like
all right.
water, but then there's like extra.
I
It's
don't know.
like
That
extra
sounds
water.
that sounds scary to me. I think I'm just gonna stick with the rivers and the lakes that I'm used to.
At the reward challenge, they have to race to collect 5 boxes on their homemade rafts. This was a fine challenge. Oh,
Yeah,
like I have nothing more to say about
it
it.
was okay.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a lot, but it was.
That's fine.
It was
You know,
enough.
the reward challenges, that's where you do the just okay ones, because people
Yep.
don't care about the challenge, they care about the reward. And then you save the good ones for elimination.
In this reward challenge, they got a choice of comfort or sustenance, as if this is Kid Nation. I was so happy to see they got a choice.
I can't believe Jeff didn't offer them an arcade or some go-karts.
Survivor would be so much more fun if every so often they got a prize like that.
Yeah, it'd be great.
So Rotu wins once again. Over on Maramu, Vesepia puts her fingers in the shape of an L on her forehead because they have not won a single challenge. Must be sucky to be on a losing tribe all the time.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it.
Would you agree with Hunter when he says winning is an attitude you carry around 100% of the time?
I knew we were going to
every day,
discuss
all
this.
the time.
No, I do not agree with him.
Well, sounds like you're not a winner like Hunter.
Apparently not. I'm just out
an
here trying to
attitude,
turn
yeah.
it off and on.
Winning 100% of the time is not a personality trait. That's what Hunter's bio says
Yeah.
on Tinder.
I don't know. I'm not it's like, I don't agree. I legitimately don't agree with that because, like, in, like, regular stuff, I'm not, like, you know, just everyday life stuff, I'm not terribly competitive. But, like, I'm very competitive playing sports or games or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I can turn it on and turn it off.
Well, you know, Hunter could apparently never turn it on at all. His team continually lost, even in this immunity challenge where they had to roll coconuts through a maze.
That's because he's the only one that's, you know, living to win.
Yeah, for sure. Gotcha, Hunter. 100% agree. I don't know. I have nothing against Hunter.
Yeah.
It's just a stupid thing to say. 100% of the time you have to be winning. That's the only way to win.
Yeah, I think he's kind of annoying, but he's also was like probably their strongest physical player, so.
Yeah, well, it didn't help him in this immunity challenge.
No, apparently not.
They had to roll coconuts through a maze with a series of pulleys, and a collar. I think this was a really good challenge. I would like to see this again.
I love these kinds of challenges.
Yeah. Row 2 wins this one again. Because they win every challenge. Over on the Maramoo tribe, Hunter targets Sean, and I think Vesepia overheard them discussing that. Then Rob is doing a lot of moving around and talking to a lot of people about his tribe, and then in a talking head he says, it doesn't matter if they're stronger physically or stronger mentally, as long as they obey. Fear keeps people loyal. That's straight out of The Godfather.
That's straight from The Godfather. I also like that he, rightfully at one point in this episode was saying, you just gotta, lay back, let other people try to assert themselves as being, the man or the leader and put a target on their back and then just capitalize on bad decisions. And I was like, damn, why doesn't he follow his own advice every season after this? Because, anytime he's been eliminated, he's attempted to run the game, outwardly, and then people vote him out.
Yeah. He got successful one time doing that when the entire season was based around him.
I guess, he's
watch.
Failed 2 straight times afterwards, but I think his strategy this season's pretty good.
Yeah, but I guess we'll see what happens.
Well, I know he doesn't win, but still.
How do you know?
Because I know that the first time that he won was not this season.
Yeah, he didn't win his next season either. It took him 4 tries.
They gave him 1,000,000 tries.
They gave him 1,000,000 tries and $1 million. The Boston Rob story. Okay,
Mr. 1 million. That's what everybody calls him.
Let's talk about these wildlife shots.
Alive.
We got crabs. We got sharks. We got various fish, including a particularly flat guy, excuse me. And I feel like the only option to discuss, the only animal we got to discuss this week is the sea urchin, right?
Yeah, I mean,
big episode for those guys.
Yeah, big time. They got needles on them that hurt, and then somebody's got pee on you.
It's required that somebody's got to pee on you. They are spiny globular creatures. There are about 950 species throughout the world that can be found in every ocean at every depth. The oldest fossil. Guess how old these things are, Thomas?
How old are they?
450 million years old.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Lordy, look who's 450 million.
Typically, a sea urchin is 1 to 4 inches long, but it can be as large as 14 inches. Here's a fun fact.
That's how as large I can also be.
So they can also be called sea hedgehogs. They used to be called sea hedgehogs. Urchin.
Because they got to go fast.
In fact, the opposite. They move quite slowly with tube feet.
You know who else probably should have been a sea hedgehog? Sonic the Hedgehog, because that motherfucker drowns in those games half the time.
Have you watched the Sonic movie
And it plays
yet?
the scary music.
Yeah, it is scary music. It's triggering, as you might say.
Yeah.
These fucking Zoomers triggered all the time by Sonic
just
music.
because Sonic keeps drowning and the music is extremely unpleasant.
Oh, that guy from that movie I really liked is drowning. I'm triggered.
Oh, you guys have baby shit safe spaces. Back in my day, we watched Sonic drown all the time and we liked it.
My generation had mosh pits, okay?
No, I was wondering if you had seen that or not. I thought that was great. That's the best kind of dumb, you guys are this generation's pussies or whatever. Mosh pits literally are a safe space. The point, mosh pits started because they were a safe place to consensually, for people to relieve aggression in, a consensual way. Mm-hmm. So it's really funny to be, it's mosh pits aren't people randomly beating you up at a show. You choose to go in there.
Yeah, if you're randomly getting beat up at a show, it's probably because your shoelaces are red.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, yeah, the people are stupid. Millennials, stop posting cringe. Stop embarrassing us.
Yeah, can we just be chill? Like, Gen X, obviously the worst generation. We can all agree. There was a whole season about it.
Yeah, break the cycle of hazing. Just because we had a bunch of annoying shit said about us does not mean that we need to do it to the next generation.
You know how Zoomers are good and, like, better than us? It's because of what
Don't do that either. That's also stupid. They're bad in their own way.
No, Zoomers are the good guys, and the people that come after them are even better. The kids in, like, that were born this year, man, they'll have jetpacks, man.
Yeah. Look. These Zoomers are listening to their damn Olivia Rodrigo. Everyone's talking about Olivia Rodrigo.
I was like, why does that name sound familiar?
Because everyone at the same, like, she must have a really good PR team because, like, there was just, like, 1 minute on Friday, literally everyone on Earth was talking about that album. And it was, like, at the same time, like, it was not, I think the CIA created Olivia Rodrigo. I
Probably.
think for, I don't know, insert your own reasons, but...
Well, it's because they're trying to take control of pop music. Too many communists are doing music now, and they don't like that.
Okay,
so...
what they're doing is they're trying to do anti-communist work by making people post really cringe memes about Olivia Rodrigo and being like, she's like Karl Marx, and then everyone will be like, I hate communism now.
That's exactly it.
It's
the
smart,
disinformation
honestly.
Campaign. It really is. I'm surprised.
Anyway, the music seems fine. I'm old, but I listened to some of it, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. Wikipedia calls these guys the favorite food of lobsters, crabs, triggerfish, California sheephead, sea otters, and sea wolves.
Sea otters fucking love eating sea urchins. Like,
mean,
half
who
the pictures
doesn't?
you see of them, they're eating these damn things.
All of these animals have special evolutions so that they can avoid the spines.
Yeah, you gotta use a water stone to evolve them.
Some tropical species have toxic spines, which is one that Hunter probably ran into. So I looked into it, whether or not peeing on a sea urchin sting really does make a difference, and I found a website called healthline.com. According to Dr. Justin Choi, it makes no difference whether you pee on it or not.
That's right.
Okay?
According to Dr. Justin Choi and podcaster Tom Powell, don't pee on it.
However,
You're embarrassing yourself and you're wasting your damn time.
and you're wasting your pee.
Yeah, you gotta
What
have
if
that
you
for
need
later.
to put out a fire
You
at
could have been
night?
drinking that pee.
You could have been drinking that pee. You could have been sending that
Don't look up what
tree-
Dr. Justin
that
Choi
pee.
has to say about drinking pee.
Here's the thing, though, Thomas. I clicked on Justin Choi's name after he gave that advice that said don't pee on stings. And it brought me to Healthline.com's team of doctors. Nowhere on that page was Justin Choi listed.
Oh, he doesn't exist.
It's actually still up in the air if you should pee on sea urchin
Yeah,
stings or not.
experts are divided on whether you should pee on your friend.
This is just big no, don't pee on people.
Yeah.
And
Big
I
Pharma
will
doesn't
stand
want me
for
to
it.
pee on all my homies.
I don't appreciate it. I'll pee on who I want. This is America. This is why people are fighting in Iraq, so I can pee on whoever I want. Are we still in Iraq?
Yes and no.
Cool, tight. I love America.
Yep.
At Tribal Council, Hunter says that he doesn't know if Rotu's a stronger tribe because he's not there, but he wants to rebuild. Rob says it's bad luck. Vesepia says she finds her inner strength through Jesus Christ, but others find it in their own way. That was nice. Sean says that losing is bringing him down. So those were the big moments in Tribal Council. Tribal Council used to mean a lot less when people didn't bring idols.
Yeah.
Like, I was kind of like, yeah, here's where things are at. So Sarah gets 2 votes and Hunter gets 4. What do you think of voting out Hunter?
You know, I think it's a big move early. They're definitely going to lose this next challenge, though.
Oh, did you see spoilers?
No, but it seems pretty obvious.
So, do you know who wins yet? Have you looked into it? Have you
No, I
figured it
don't.
out?
I would like to be surprised.
Who do you think it will be at this point?
I'm I'm gonna say... I guess I don't know. I don't have a good read on it right now.
Okay. Well, let's go again next week. Thomas, did you watch the Challenge All-Stars last night?
Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun.
No.
It's the final now. So check it out.
Who won?
It's a 2-part final, I think.
Oh, well, why are you wasting my fucking time then?
Just letting you know, it's still happening. Next week, it's the next one. You know, so exciting stuff over on the Challenge All Stars. Oh, and it sounds like they're doing a second season. So check it out. Thomas, what's your Twitter?
You can follow me at tom.tom. NBA playoffs are happening. I'm probably talking about them.
Hell yeah. You can follow the show at DYWSLN. That's the initials of the show. You can probably figure that out because you're a smart person. This is a smart person's Survivor podcast.
Yeah, if you're listening, you're smart.
Yeah. We're also on Instagram at the Only Survivor Podcast. Thomas, did you want to thank the fans real quick?
Well, I did just say they're all smart.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get them a little too cocky right now. So I'm going to wait till next week to thank them.
In fact, well, this week we're saying you're welcome for calling you smart, fans.
Yeah, you're welcome for the compliment.
Nice.
Learn to take a compliment. That's what I think our fans should do.
Quit
while you're ahead.
If you really want to be thanked, I think you should probably just leave us an iTunes review, Thomas. Could you tell people what they should write for their iTunes reviews if they want to do that?
Yeah, I think I can do that. It's 5 stars, please. This is my favorite podcast. I like it better than all of the other podcasts. I give it a big thumbs up.
That's it. That's so easy. And as we discussed already, it is summertime, so I do have to say, have a great summer.
Deuces.
Got out of town on a boat going to Southern Islands, sailing a reach before a following sea. She was making for the trades on the outside and the downhill run to Papa Ede. Off the wind on this heading live the Marquesas. Got 80 feet of a water line, nicely making way in a noisy bar in Avalon. I tried to call you, but on a midnight watch I realized why twice you ran away. Think about how many times I had fallen. Spirits are using me. Larger voices calling. What heaven brought you?
We got enough upvotes on my post on Reddit that we got a notification.
How many did we get?
5 of them, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
So, pretty good stuff. This is actually a good podcast now, and everybody's excited that we're doing Marquesas because nobody else wants to talk about it.
Yeah,
that's why we're
everyone
here.
else is too much of a coward to talk about it. They're scared to have this kind of conversation. I was gonna say real, but we're not covering the real world. This is Survivor.
No, we do still need to cover Real World Homecoming New York on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, we don't have to.
When you see the Southern Cross for the first time, you understand now why you came this way. 'Cause the truth you might be running from is so small, but it's as big as the promise of a coming day. So I'm sailing for tomorrow, my dreams are dying, and my love is an anchor tied to you, tied with a silver chain. I have my ship, and all her flags are a-flying. She is all that I have left, and music is her name. Think about how many times I've had fallen. Spirits are using me, larger voices calling. What heaven brought you and me. Can I be forgotten?
Yeah, come on. Just yet another sponsor not giving us money.
you know it will.
Smarten up, Probst.